There's much that can be said on this second Sunday of Easter, the Sunday of Divine Mercy, regarding the appearance stories of Jesus after his resurrection. And the Church always gives us on this Sunday the story of what happened exactly 1 week after Easter, which is, of course, where we find ourselves right now. The so-called story of Doubting Thomas, the apostle who was not there the first time he appeared, and yet, even though the other 10 who were there told him what had happened, refuses to believe unless he himself can verify it with his own eyes and his own hands. Well, I know that this story, which gives Thomas his nickname, Doubting Thomas, not the best nickname of any of the apostles to have received, but nonetheless, I think it's easy for us perhaps to sympathize with him. Because I'm willing to bet that if we're honest with ourselves, at least at some points in our lives, we have thought something rather similar to what Thomas conveys in this story. Yeah, it would be easy to believe all this if I had seen him walking on water, or if I had seen him raise Lazarus from the dead, if I had some sort of evidence, some sort of witnessing of a miracle, something that can remove the doubt from my mind so that I can have knowledge of what it is that I want to believe. Of course, that's only natural for those who are a part of the faith. And it's important that we acknowledge it, because directly to that, Jesus speaks to us when he says, and he's speaking to all of us here, "Blessed are those who have not seen like you have seen, but still believe." We're now 2,000 years removed from the time that Christ walked the earth, and we would have been able to see him in that way, to actually go up to him and shake his hand, talk to him, to have witnessed these things firsthand. That generation is gone. And yet the faith is handed down to us, and still we are given that same call. Do you believe in me or not? Do you trust in me or not? What does that mean to put our belief in him? It means that we accept him for who we have been taught that he is. From what our tradition and our faith and our church has handed down to us for generations, that God became a human being, walked among us, taught us the true nature of what it is to live as sons and daughters of God, died for us for the forgiveness of sins, rose from the tomb, and forever opened to us the gates of paradise and established his kingdom here on earth. On this Sunday, we are given an opportunity again to ask ourselves, do I believe that? Doesn't mean that there aren't times of difficulty, times of some doubt, of some anxiety about this, of thinking, is he really there? Is it really true? Am I really putting my faith in something that is real? Those times come and go, and in the midst of those times, we are called all the more to lean into that faith, to practice the faith each and every day. Because I do truly believe, brothers and sisters, that if we give ourselves to this, it becomes more and more apparent to us just how real it is. That when we experience him in the Word, in the Eucharist, in the sacraments of our church, in those moments of consolation and prayer, that we think, yes, I know you're there. It is all true. I do believe in this. I give my life to this, and it changes everything about who I am. That is why faith is both a virtue and a gift. Faith in that which we have not seen with our own eyes, but that we have experienced in our hearts. Faith that what we have been taught and what has been handed on to us is not only true, but worth dying for, worth giving our entire lives to, the only thing worth giving our entire lives to. It's what brings us here in the first place, to be fed again. It's what sends us out into the world to change the world that we live in as we work to help establish his kingdom. And it is the only thing that gives us peace. The peace that Christ always greets those with after he encounters them after the resurrection. Pax vobiscum, shalom, peace be with you. With those words, he's reminding us of what faith in him truly brings. And really, our response to that should be the same as St. Thomas. Thomas, who was given the gift of seeing it with his own eyes, who ended up going to his death as a martyr for the faith, and who simply cries out when he sees him and his faith is renewed, "My Lord and my God."